Rec fem is a really interesting muscle because it doesn't just provide this movement for the knee, it actually provides hip flexion as well. This is something that people forget, and that is the fact that the rec fem is the only quad muscle to actually attach onto the pelvis. Now, if most of you have heard of the term ASIS, obviously that is the anterior superior iliac spine, which is the most prominent bone on the front of your pelvis. Now, the rec fem actually attaches onto something called the AIIS, which is the anterior inferior iliac spine, which is essentially the bony landmark below the ASIS. So let's just say that you've got a tear in the rec fem body somewhere a bit higher up. If you're doing a lot of these movements, especially if you're sat like this, you're not really going to target the rectus femoris too much because a lot of it up here is going to be compressed. Sometimes I like to basically lie back down into this position, and then from there, if I extend my leg, I'm actually getting a lot more of the rec fem than I would be if I was sat up into this position. Personally, for me, it's one of my favorite quad stretches out there. So obviously having the back leg elevated and then pressing that against the surface like this. So what I can do from there, I can essentially try and really tilt my pelvis posteriorly. So I'm trying to basically first of all stick my bum out, and then I'm also trying to like tuck the pelvis underneath, which is creating a nice stretch through my rectus femoris, which is what I want. If I really want to get the rest of it, I can then use my arm to reach across, which is also going to get me even a deeper stretch of the rec fem. If you feel like you can't get into this position, you can first of all start from here and then just slowly move your way back. So as you can see, I'm moving back and forth with my glutes there, and then from there, very carefully get into my position. So knee down on the pad. Now from here, what's happening? I've essentially got a band that's pulling me back into the position that I want to be in. Okay, so whereas before, if you don't have enough flexibility here, you'll just fall forward. Whereas now you've got that tension coming from the band. Okay, so this is a progression for the stretch that we did a couple of seconds ago. So I can even just hold that there using the band in front of me like this, and I can just use the tension coming from the band to create a bigger stretch in my rec fem. And again, I can use my pelvis to really like tuck my bum under and then create this kind of anterior posterior movement with my pelvis, even turning this into a mobility exercise.